Meanwhile, Rivers State Governor Wike says it is against the constitution of the People's Democratic Party for both the national chairman and the presidential candidate to come from the same region. He's insisting that Iyorchia Ayu must go based on earlier comments made. Speaking on Thursday, that's today, at the inauguration of a campus of the Rivers State University in Ahoda, East local government area of the state, Governor Wike says he has done nothing wrong than demanding for justice and fairness. Well, according to him, it is unfortunate that those who ganged up to pull the party down in 2015 are now accusing him of anti-party activities.
We are talking about Ayu said if the presidential candidate comes from the north, that he will resign by the convention of our party, that the candidate of our party, the chairman of our party, will come from the south. When the North Central met in the house of Governor Barack Mohammed, Governor of Bauchi State, he said so there. When he made the caucus of the Senate, he told them that. Now, when we finish our convention on a Saturday to Sunday, the candidate of the party came to see me in my house in Abuja on Monday, around 10:30 a.m. And that's what I don't like in this country. The candidate told me, I said, listen, I want us to work together. And then he said, look, Ayu must go. I said, why? He said, because when a candidate comes from the north, the chairman will come from the south. And I'm saying, implement what you told me. What offense have I committed? What offense have I committed? And people are just, wicked. It's nothing to do with wicked. It's got to do with integrity.
Yes, I'm Wike there, the governor of Rivers State. Well, Arise analyst Mahmud Jega joins us now for more. Thank you so much for joining us on a day like this. Well, 397 members of the National Executive Council passed a voice vote of confidence in Iyorchia Ayu. They embattled Iyorchia Ayu. But yes, Wike says it's not enough based on earlier commitments. What do you make of this?
Well, members of the PDP have to sort themselves out if they want to win the next election. And ideally, you would have thought, as an observer from outside, that you see, when there is a dispute like this, then possibly the best way is to find the middle ground. And one side, I think, has conceded some ground by getting the chairman of the Board of Trustees to resign, and also got Governor of Sokoto State, Aminu Tambuwal, to resign as chairman of the PDP governors.
Yeah, but we're hearing conflicting reports that he remains the chairman of the PDP Governors Forum.
Okay, I saw a report outside saying Governor Makinde of Oyo State
stepped in. Yeah, so it's surprising to hear.
Confusion there, right. But Governor Wike, as we saw now, is insisting that it must be the chairman of the party himself who must resign. Of course, he made the point that the Board of Trustees is just an advisory body. You can't compare that to the national chairman, who is the head of the working committee. The problem is, as we have seen, 397 members of the National Executive Committee unanimously passed a vote of confidence on the entire National Working Committee led by Dr. Iyorchia Ayu. So to continue to insist now that he must resign, honestly, I think the party is in a cul-de-sac. This was an executive that was elected at a convention, and now there is a vote of confidence on them passed by the National Executive Committee. So really, how can anyone continue to insist? I thought there was a commitment, they said, from the presidential candidate that if the party wins the election next time, then Ayu will resign. Well, because it will be easier that time, you can make him a minister.
Or whatever you want to make him,
but Governor Wike does not want to wait.
But Wike is saying disregard Wike at your own peril.
Well, certainly he has proved to be a very big thorn in the PDP flesh, and he's not even alone. He apparently has the support of the governors of Benue, of Abia, and also of Oyo. Now, 4 of them, plus some former governors like Fayoshe and the others. Honestly, the party has to find a way to reconcile with them, otherwise they can really cause a very big harm, because PDP is the opposition party, not even the ruling party. You are up against the ruling party, which has many more governors. I think APC has about 22 governors, and the PDP has 13 or 14, and out of that 4 are in rebellion. Now that is not very good at all.
Is there a precedent of a national chairman of a political party resigning about 170 days to the general elections? Do we have a precedent? I mean, how difficult would it be for an Iyochayu to resign now?
Well, I cannot think of any precedent. Usually, like when PDP was in power for 16 years, they several times turned out their chairman immediately after elections. Well, sometimes before, because I think in 2010, when Dr. Jonathan became president, he turned out the chairman. I can't remember the name. It was not Vincent Ogbulafo. He turned out the chairman because the chairman made a controversial statement that time saying Dr. Umaru Yar'Adua had not finished his term when he died, so 2011 would be the turn of the North to produce another candidate. And the new president, Jonathan, maneuvered and got him out, and the deputy chairman, Dr. Bello Haliru, became the acting chairman through the 2011 election. That's the nearest case I can remember, similar to this. But now the PDP does not have a president, who usually is an overwhelming figure in the party. What it has is the National Executive Committee, which today passed a vote of confidence on the chairman and the rest of the working committee. So
I just wonder, do they have the luxury of time?
They don't have the luxury of anything at all. Politically, they are the ones who are pushing upwards, because they are the opposition. They don't have federal government. They have fewer governors and all that, and then they also have a bigger crisis within their party. I mean, if Governor Wike and the 3 other governors continue on this path, it's like they are working for the defeat of their party in the general election.
With Adolphus Wabaras, you know, stepping in right now, and he says he can come up with solutions, and solutions could even include even the very worst. What kind of solutions can he bring to bear, and what really would it take to assuage Wike and his supporters?
Honestly, it is very difficult, but that's the task now facing Chief Adolphus Wabara, because the board of trustees is the conscience of the party. As Governor Wike said today, they are advisory. They don't make decisions as such, but they are the conscience of the party. So it behoves them now really to try to prevail on Governor Wike and his colleagues to accept the compromise with some assurances that after the election, maybe the way to smoothen matters is to say after the election, one way or another, whether the party wins or it does not win, the chairman will resign and the chairmanship will revolve to the south. Maybe that is one way, except if they are really determined to wreck. Because, you know, you would have said, okay, the main problem was that he was not chosen as the running mate. But that option is now closed, because you can't really do anything about that now. The deadline is over.
Okay. All right, news analyst Mahmud Jega, thank you so much, as always, for your insights.